Welcome back to Good Morning Emerson. Joining me this morning are two good friends of mine, Michelle Slavinsky and Jesse Buchter of Emerson Snaps Back. Guys, thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Sean.
So, to just get started, what is the Emerson Snaps Back initiative?
So Emerson Snaps Back is an organization and a movement that we started to identify street harassment and learn to address it, as well as the cultural forces that help perpetuate that.
Now, I think anybody that has been on the Emerson campus for the past few years has noticed that street harassment is very prevalent. What influenced you, Jesse, to get involved with this program?
What influence do we have? So we're sort of working, we're hitting it from a few different angles. One of those is working with the cultural forces that sort of influence interpersonal violence and the things that lead to street harassment. So that's talking about the sort of culture that we create and the sort of culture that we consume. So whether it be movies, whether it be posting something on Facebook, it's about sort of recognizing what things are destructive and what things are positive reinforcers of the sort of environment that we want to have on the street.
So I go to you, Michelle. What are some of the ways that you, as Emerson Snaps Back, are working to get information out there against street harassment?
So we have a week full of programs going on. Since we are RAs, that was kind of the best way that we wanted to start that initiative. So we use our position as RAs to do a week's worth of programming, as well as integrating a student organization that's relatively new on campus called Together We Stand. So by joining forces with them, Violence Prevention Response and the Office of Diversity and Inclusion, we've had a wide range of programming, everything from events led by RAs to events led by Together We Stand, and even the Alumni Association bringing in Matt McGorry and Tyler Kincaid from the Huffington Post and BuzzFeed to come talk about how we can, through the roles that we hold on campus as students and everywhere else, make a stand in this difference and be able to create a ripple effect in our community.
Now, it seems like you guys are really putting in a lot of effort to try and prevent this. What's the ultimate goal of this series of programs?
I mean, the ultimate goal is to, hopefully see the end of street harassment one day. It's a long process, but the idea is that, if we take a look at all these little things and approach it from all these different angles, we can sort of help to break down and create a safer space on the streets.
Right, and the realistic part of it too is, it's hard to think about eradicating street harassment totally and completely just by, a group of students participating in a bunch of programs, but it starts here. It starts by identifying that problem as wrong, learning what kind of agency we have as students and in our own particular roles, and then being able to dismantle it every time that we see it happening. If we see a piece of ourselves and connect to those that are victims of street harassment, then we can help step in, we can learn what power we have as individuals to fight against that and then perpetuate that idea. And hopefully years and years down the line, if we as a school together are against this and influence the other schools in our community, we already have a huge populace of Boston who all of a sudden are shaping the community that we live in. So.
Yeah, you are starting the conversation that you see as something that needs to happen on the Emerson campus. And a way that you two are each starting the conversation is having your own specific program inside of Emerson Snaps Back. I have the benefit of knowing that as I'm a fellow RA alongside the two of you. So,
Insider information.
Yeah.
So Jesse, could you tell us a little bit about the program that you have put on?
Yeah, so last night I actually held a program with another RA, Shay, and we sort of took it as an opportunity to educate students about Title IX and understand what sort of rights they have under Title IX and the responsibilities of the college in addressing those incidents. And so that took the form of a Title IX Jeopardy game that we had. And I think the people who came really found it valuable, learned a lot about Title IX, and ultimately took home some free movie tickets. So
that sounds incredible. And we have more events coming up this week, all throughout the week. They're going to be really, really great. I encourage all of you to attend.